position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Levin. Grab near the marker, it's Murphy. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Levin. Delivers the stiff arm. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. It's a draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Up, and so is the noise. The Dropping back, it's Levitt. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy and checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close, run the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Moss. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this up.
He gets it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle at Stone. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Joyner. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. On the ground, it's Joyner. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special teams touchdown isn't answered with another one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the ground with the counter. Got the first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was looking for his main man. He wanted to focus in on him. He wanted to force feed him the football. Nice job by the defense. Great coverage. Great job knocking the ball away.
And the Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Might be changing the route. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the right side. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that play.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on fourth down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And he makes a completion, and they're set up and in business at the 20. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes third and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on third and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It's good. He could have hit in the middle of the uprights there. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Firing to the right, complete. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark it down at the 14.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Stone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Joyner. Turning it on. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Got a man. It's Moss.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down, Parker. He's a yard short. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, and rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Caught near the sideline. It's Hudson. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And I like it, 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Under fire. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Udo. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And tackled there by the defense.
hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Catch in the middle. It's Napier. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Levin. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the fourth. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
When you run it up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Yeah, sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. Like, But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
From the gun, looking for a man. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got it.
There he goes. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds a little space. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Showing off the arms. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to pass. It's Levin. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Quarterback may change this route. The snap sets up to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.